I will do a recap and then we will begin. Last session started off with you guys fighting some shambling mounds, which went okay. You guys were able to defeat them, and then you made your way the rest of the time and ended up getting a long rest at a camp and started out the next day making survival checks, still heading to the town of Wayland, where is your starting point to go into the burning waste, where you need to find the Savage Oasis, which is the home to the Tree of Life, which has the Seed of Life, which you need to get back to Brightwater to heal the High Lord Vance Decals who lives there. So that's what you're doing, and you're on a time limit. You only have 30 days to do so, and as of right now, you're on the middle of the 8th day. And the bad part is you do not know how long of a journey that this is round trip. You just know you have 30 days to do it, but you don't know how long the trip is. Well, along the 8th day, about midday, you guys heard what sounded like some children playing off to the side. Poe went to go inspect and was ambushed by a Hydra, which he kind of lured out, and you guys fought, defended yourselves, and then slaughtered. And still hearing the sound of children laughing, you went to inspect and found out that the sound of the children belonged to a coven of dryads, who instantly charmed pretty much everybody in your group with the exception of Poe, who resisted it. And then it came to find out that the Hydra that you killed was a pet of the dryads. So that is where we ended with that revelation. So everybody right now is kind of stun charmed, basically, with the exception of Poe. You guys are all just shocked and stunned, however you want to say it, but unable to react, take actions, reactions, bonus actions, move, or anything. You can listen, but you can't talk. You're kind of just stable. So, any questions before we start? Everybody good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, the big dryad there is taking all of you in and looking around, and then she's asking about her Hydra, which is her pet. And you notice that your friends are kind of like non-moving, non-reactive, non-responsive at this moment.
Okay, I kind of step up beside here. And I say, oh, honored dryads, I with sadness in my heart, I have to tell you, your pet Hydra has hunted its last rabbit. And after an epic battle, it has fallen, and we have come to ask how we might pay our proper respect to the carcass on the road.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage because she's looking at all of your companions that's covered in Hydra blood.
I'm sorry, our rabbit had more heads than your Hydra. I don't know what to tell you. Say deception.
With deception.
12.
Okay. So she takes a look at your companions, one by one. And then she turns to you. It is evident what has happened here. You are all adventurers, scavengers, and you have done what adventurers and scavengers do. So now, you will find us a new pet. In a bog not too far from here, there is a Froghemoth. We wish for you to go and capture it and bring it back to us alive. If you do so, I will consider your debt to us paid. If you don't, your companions will become our new guardians. I need everybody that's stunned to roll a con check for me, or con save for me, please.
Sorry, check?
Con save.
Save, okay. Okay, cool.
And I will start with Klaus.
16.
16,
18.
18,
21.
21. 5 for you or Doc.
Me.
Okay.
And then Doc got a 23.
Okay. He got a 23?
Yeah, Doc got a 23.
Okay. Klaus and Hart. You guys don't notice, but Poe can notice. All of a sudden, they have a etching of a tree grow on their arms, or engraved on their arms.
So you want me to go get you a what?
A frogmoth. You and your friends can go get me a frogmoth, bring it back here alive, and we will consider your debt paid.
So, my options were to be eaten or to be your slave. It's quite an entrapment you got going on here. Can I talk it over with them? Maybe they want to be your slaves. I can't speak for them.
And those who were stunned come free.
Oh gosh, that's
Mildly unpleasant.
much better. Yeah, it was like,
So here's the scoop. We got to go catch them a new pet for the Hydra y'all killed, or be their slaves.
what kind of pet?
I don't know.
What?
Nothing I ever heard of. Sound like a frog. Probably a frog.
Is it like a giant frog?
I don't know. You have to ask the lady. She's
The-
calling the shots.
The mark, am I aware of it on me?
If you look down, you happen to notice that you have it almost looks like an oak tree, but engraved on your metal arm.
Okay.
So if I'm wearing long sleeves, I don't know it's there.
You would have felt it on your skin
Okay.
once you came free.
Got it.
Can I try to talk to the lady? Can Eloise?
You can.
So Eloise is gonna take a knee and be like, "Oh, most gracious, beautiful lady. What kind of frog do we have to get? Is it a giant frog? Is it a poisonous frog? Can you offer advice on how to capture it? Thank you." And then she'll step away.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Oh, this is not gonna be good. That's a 2.
She lets out a low laugh. You did not need my advice on how to kill my pet Hydra. Therefore, I have no advice to give you on how to catch and bring back to me a Froghemoth.
Doc's gonna step up and he's, whoa. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. Now you need to understand that there's a difference between killing and catching. Killing's easier. Catching's harder. So is there any advice you could provide us? Because we most definitely don't want any hard feelings between us and you. So is there any advice you could provide? Could you at least describe this thing that we're looking for?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage because she's already failed once.
I think we can take them. I do not feel indebted to these bullies at all.
You rolled 2 1s? He rolled 2 1s.
Because I used still a 12. Women,
Oh my gosh.
does he have guidance?
So, looks like we're going to catch a monster frog.
Providing, no instructions.
I
on
have told
catching
you
a
what
frog.
it is you are hunting. It is a frogmoth. Its bog lays nearby. You are adventurers. How do you not know what such a creature is?
Because we don't go around just killing for fun.
Evidence would say otherwise.
What, were you there? Your Hydra tried to eat me. We ate your Hydra. It's the way nature works. I don't know why you're
Roll.
so upset about it.
What do I need to roll
Don't
to
make
see
me
if
Yeah, it's not
I know
nice and
if
groovy.
Doc knows what
He's
This
been
one
around,
is-
so have him roll in nature with advantage.
D&D Beyond sucks today. Okay, cool. 12.
Okay, it's not a high DC. A frogmoth is a big giant frog with tentacles.
Big giant frog with tentacles.
Okay. Alright, tentacles.
So, big giant frog with tentacles.
I can probably pull one up. Hold on one
Like
second.
Yeah,
octopus.
I got one up.
Yeah. there
Okay,
you
she's
go.
got one.
With big teeth. Like a shark octopus
They are-
frog.
They are not pretty looking.
Good times.
Can I roll an Arcana to see if I can tell what's going on with this mark on my hand?
If Hart can?
Yes.
Sure.
That's something in this paper. Probably not. 8.
You don't even know how the mark got there, so much less know what it's doing.
Copy that.
When you came out of the stasis, it's like, for all you know, Poe could have came over and drew on your arm.
Okay.
You know, like people draw.
Unless
All right.
that's just-
So,
I was gonna say something else, but we're live.
yeah. Doc's gonna. Okay. One moment, if you don't mind. Whatever you prefer to be called.
My name is Udona.
Udona.
Donut.
No.
Udona.
Udona. Udona mess up her name. She doesn't like it. Huddle up, guys.
I am the leader of the Verdant Lillies.
Alright, well, Udona has a burning lily. Come on, guys. Huddle up. So, what are we thinking?
Kill.
Kill them.
Capture the
we
frog.
don't know what these marks on our arms do. I'd rather not potentially kill the only person who can get them off.
Yeah, I say we just try to search for the frog.
Okay.
Make some friends here.
How long is this going to take?
I
We
don't
are
know.
on a more urgent mission than Nature Lady. We don't even know where this bog we're going to.
Well, here's the thing. How many of us are water ready? Because she's in the water. Like, they're in the water. How hard is it going to be to fight them in that?
We also don't know how deep the water is.
I'm going to zap it with
You
my
can provide
electric
something
lightning
like
bolt.
Froghemoth.
You want to, so you want to electrocute them.
Let's. Who's up for surveying the frog and seeing if it's an achievable task? And then,
Why don't we
if
just say
unachievable, we
are-
could potentially come back and go with Poe's plan of annihilation. And then Hart is just going to be standing over there, just looking at the thing, looking at you, looking at them. So he's going to give you that look like I'm. Hart's always ready to go full smash mode, but
Pause. Do we notice the mark on our arm? Does everyone notice
Yes.
I
it?
only,
Not everybody has it.
I
Hart
Not
and
everybody
Klaus, yeah.
has it. Okay.
only Hart and Klaus have
My bad,
marks on their
sorry.
hands.
Okay.
Well, you know, I follow you, leader.
Well,
I mean,
All right.
worst case scenario.
Okay. So let's.
If we don't go for the frog, only 2 of us die. One of which is perfectly expendable. Or 2, depending on how you look at things. So,
for the time being, I think our best bet is going to be to like go. Yeah, we'll go. We'll go and most definitely see about catching the fine ladies a new pet frog. Let's go check it out and see what's going on, and we'll be right back. How long do we have, actually? Point in fact, how long do we have until we need to provide you with said pet frog?
Eloise, roll me a con check, please.
A con check?
Uh-huh.
A
Because she
con
ate
check.
the thing up over.
Oh no.
16.
She's still sick.
Okay. Your stomach's still rumbling, but you don't throw up.
This is what you get for eating evil shrubs.
You ask her how long.
Yeah, how
She
long?
looks up in the sky. You have until the sun sets
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
on which day?
today, or the curse will become active.
And what is this curse?
It is something that perhaps as adventurers you would not like. Adventurers love to roam, and the curse will stop that from happening.
Oh, so we'll be trapped here.
or
Become a tree.
Or we get turned into trees. Yes.
You can be a
That was
tree.
my thought too.
Alright, let's get a move on.
Let's get the frog.
Frog.
Nobody wants to turn into a tree.
Do you have any
Um,
question? Do you have any of your your artificer points left over
What do you mean?
where you can make stuff?
Yeah.
How many? One. Okay. All right, and so like heart. So you're telling me, ma'am, that if I've got this here mark on my arm, come sundown, something bad's gonna happen?
I do not think it is bad, but as adventurers, you will probably find it unpleasant.
I
Have
don't
you ever
believe
wanted
I
to be
agree with your
organic?
fancy talk, lady. What I'm trying to say, as long as this hand has that mark at sundown, a bad thing's gonna happen, right?
oh, I see what you're getting at.
She doesn't think it's bad, but you will.
I don't care what she thinks. I'm trying to get clarification on the
Yes,
question.
it's going to be bad. Heart.
Mark on hand.
You should listen
at
to your
night,
amphibian
bad
friend.
thing.
She
It's
speaks
going
the
to be
truth.
bad.
Well then, there's always Plan B.
I get,
Calm down.
We're going-
Calm down, everybody. Calm down. You know, we owe it to these fine ladies to try to acquire them their frog mitt,
Froghemoth.
frog moth,
Frog moth.
frog moth,
It's a behemoth, but frog.
Froghemoth.
behemoth,
Froghemoth.
frog,
Froghemoth.
froggy, myth, muth,
What am I
Froghemoth.
saying?
frog muppet. Whatever. we will be right back. Thank you. And then he's going to start walking off in a direction. He's going to stop for a second and then be like, which direction are we going again?
She didn't tell us.
That's a good point. Which direction is the pub with the frog in it?
It lies to the east of here.
The east of here. Okay. He's going to lick his finger and then see if he can
We're off to the east.
discern that direction. Survival or nature?
Survival.
Oh, that's heart. My bad. Wrong character.
He's rolling 12 tonight, though. That's pretty good.
Does anybody got
9.
any like spells?
So
for trapping
9. He's gonna lick his
area?
finger because somehow he believes licking his finger and holding it, the wind's gonna help. 9. Does he know which way east is?
He
Will it
has
fit
no-
in a bag of
Okay,
holding?
so he's gonna start walking in the direction he believes is east, which is
Okay.
going to be.
If somebody else would like to do a survival check, his heart takes off.
1 second.
I
Let me,
will do a survival check.
let me see which direction he is gonna walk off in. Where's the D8 over here?
If I can find
Yeah.
3.
I got nothing.
Which one is? This is heart.
I can grease it up.
13.
He's gonna start walking off this direction.
You notice he is going to the west. For some reason.
Heart.
Not heart. Heart is meticulously
That's not.
inspecting his elbow joint.
I'm sorry, Hart. I meant to yell at Doc.
Yeah.
Doc, you're going to the west.
West.
The east is the other way,
Klaus.
and I'll start walking east.
Talk to
Okay.
Hart.
So does everybody follow to the east?
Yes.
Okay.
Yonder ho.
Then I'd like to speak with Hart for a moment.
Beep, 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 beep. Well,
Um,
do we want to have this conversation next to the
no,
big tree
no,
lady?
We'll give it a bit. Yeah, fair point.
Okay. So
Alright.
as you guys are, if you, Poe, or one of y'all hand me all those, and y'all can have your conversation while you guys are walking.
So, if it turns out we can't do this,
Then now you're not walking on a clear road, by the way, so you are having to move branches out of the way
I
and
didn't drop one.
and trees and walk around and squish through the mud.
All right. So
so,
power, powwow of power.
so
All right, so
This
what do
is
we
Doc.
think?
I see what you're going for. If all else fails, I help you, you help me.
I have an idea, guys.
Okay.
What if we? Does anybody have rope?
Presumably.
Okay.
Got some rope.
What if we took all of our ropes, tied them together, and somehow band together and did and make like a lasso, to try to catch the frog with the lasso and then lead it back
Okay,
here.
okay. I thought that was going somewhere completely different. We're talking about tearing each other's arms off.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what Hart was contemplating. Is
Yeah.
just cutting the arm off. That's
No,
what I was
Okay.
asking.
nobody's
That's-
cutting anybody's arms off.
A little bit more. Perfect.
I don't think we'd be able to do that very well just because of the tentacles. It was not just a giant frog.
It's large, bipedal, or seemingly bipedal, and yeah, it has like
That's
4
right.
tentacles.
The tentacles.
Okay,
And a prehensile tongue.
what if we tried to,
Where do you want this?
we're
Adjust
we're
it
monks.
that
What
way.
if we tried to stun it
Keep going.
and
Go.
then
Like connected. Like I want them connected.
maybe go up there
There
and
we
like
go. Yeah.
tie
I know they
the
don't fit
tentacles
all the way
together.
together, but beautiful.
like in a knot,
Beautiful.
and then try to lasso it and bring it in.
For the record, that is one
Fair.
complete pool
That
of
way.
water. That line in the middle does not exist.
Okay.
And she
Understood.
said it had to be alive, not injured.
Okay.
They
So-
can do it.
Do we possess, what abilities do we possess that could be used to potentially catch a monster?
Stun.
Stun and
I'm not
strike.
gonna we piss it off and have it chase us back to them,
I mean,
That's
yeah,
a really good
possibility.
idea, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh. And
and then
then
they can deal with the pissed off frog thing while we get the hell out of here.
Does anyone have any sort of abilities that could be used to potentially control said
I have
monster?
a snare, but
Oh,
it
I
takes
can
a
get
lot to
on
set
the
up.
opposite side of it and try to scare it.
I have minor illusion,
you
so I
can
can
make
make
it.
I can make like a giant fly or something.
Ooh, that would be good. And then have it
That might work.
have the fly go toward the.
Yeah.
I
that's a
have
good
I
idea.
have
Like
the
bait.
spell snare, but it takes a minute to set it up.
What's it do?
I don't know.
Ooh. Does anybody have mold or shape earth? I do.
As you cast this spell,
Sorry.
you use the rope to create a circle with a 5-foot radius on the ground or floor. When finished casting, the rope disappears and the circle becomes a magic trap. The trap is nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligent investigation check. When the trap triggers, if a small, medium, or large creature moves onto the ground or the floor in the spell's radius, that creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be magically hoisted in the air, leaving it hanging upside down about 3 feet above the ground or the floor.
That is really cool.
The creature is restrained there until the spell ends.
Does it have a size limitation?
No, it says small,
Large.
medium, or large.
Small to
Nice.
large.
Okay, then it won't. It won't.
Well, how big is it?
Huge.
Okay, as you guys are walking and talking,
Huge.
Yeah.
2 hours go by and you start hearing the croaking of frogs. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
It's huge.
Up ahead of you, maybe there's still some brush and stuff ahead of you, but it's probably on the other side of it, and it's probably maybe 40, 50 feet ahead of you. and splashing of water. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Does anyone know a frog mating call?
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. I don't.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Oink, 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 oink. It's a Miss Piggy reference.
So right now you guys are probably 50 feet from the frog noises.
Well,
I still like my idea of leading a pissed off one back to them.
well, I've got. Oh, well, let's see what Doc has actually.
I have a grappling hook and some rope.
You did have to walk 2 hours through difficult terrain to get there, so keep that in mind if you're going to plan on running 2
I'm a
hours
rabbit.
through difficult terrain.
I'm a rabbit. I'll race the turtle. I'll make it.
While leading a
Well-
Froghemoth back.
All right.
I mean, I'm
Well-
not saying you can. I'm just saying keep that in mind.
But I have to use non-lethal, so the monks are gonna have to go in there and knock it out with my hand.
Well, I do believe that I have the capacity potentially to ensnare this said amphibian. I can use the ability to mold earth, and we can mold a pit, and then I shall go to the beast, and I can attempt to compel a duel with the said toad, and then draw him to the pit, much like Poe was suggesting earlier. But we don't know exactly how large this here frog is. So you could put your snare inside the pit, but unfortunately, if it is too large of a creature, I don't know if your snare shall work.
Can we get a baby one?
That's a very valid point. Did they
Will it fit
did
in
they
the bag of holding?
specify a
They did
size?
not.
I
They
was
did not.
unfortunately predisposed, and I was not
She
paying
did not
attention to
specify.
the donut lady.
They in fact might like a baby one, so they can train it.
Well, maybe the two stealthiest ones should go up there and have a look at said frogs and see if we could spot something. I will volunteer with my
I will
stealth suit.
volunteer.
Whoever's going to
Got-
sneak ahead, roll
got plus 10 to
stealth.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
So, all right, guys. I like where you're at, Poe. I think this is a good idea. We'll go up here and do some recon. So, who here is stealthy?
I am.
I am,
I am +8. She's +10.
and I get advantage on my stealth rolls.
So do I.
So, I think we should keep it limited to the two.
Mhm.
So, the two of you go up, do a little recon, and then, all right, Poe, are you all right? Before you take off, Poe, do you trust me? Heart, just look. Do you trust me, Poe?
Okay.
Do you?
Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna reach out, put his hands on you, and now for
Changed his mind.
no, I do not. I do not trust you.
let me make certain that
It grabs you by your ears.
I don't believe there is a restriction on how many times I can do that. I just think it's an action. Bonus action. For a minute. So for the next test. Test. Can you hear me?
No.
Alright.
Of course I can hear you. I'm standing right here.
But I'm whispering, this is in your mind. We all communicate telepathically.
That's horrible.
It's back to the hard ASMR hour.
We will be able to communicate telepathically for the next minute.
I feel violated. Let's keep moving.
It happens every couple episodes. We have the hard ASMR hour. All right. So what'd you roll in your stealth?
A 10.
10.
Mhm.
Okay.
21.
21. Okay. So, Ari and Poe go through the brushes. Poe not so quietly as Ari. Ari's like a race. just goes right, scoots right through, doesn't move a single branch out of place, leaf. Her feet don't squeak in the mud. She's like smooth with it. Like y'all don't even hear her leave. Y'all start talking about like two of us needs to go stealth forward, and it's like Aries just gone, and y'all are like,
Where'd
I
you
guess
go?
Aries going, like, go, and then Poe's like, I'll go with her. His big rabbit feet squishing in the mud. You hear branches snap as he kind of pushes through the brush,
I just got my suit. I'm new to this. I'll figure it out.
and then push through the other side. So when you two push through the other side, you can go right here. The bog is still probably 20 feet on the other side of the brush that you broke through. You can see Ari now. She's kind of crouched down, finger on her lips, like looking at you like, "Why the fuck you make so much noise?" Do you see ahead of you a larger bog than what the dryads were in? And sitting on just two lilies is just two giant frogs. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Hey, Bo, are you okay? Are y'all good? What's everything looking like out there?
Oh my god, it's so horrible.
I wonder,
It's horrible.
Thought he was gonna break into Michael Jackson there for a minute.
I wonder if Bo has problems with stuff sticking to his fur.
Those don't look like they have tentacles. Do they have tentacles?
Yes.
Roll perception.
Is everything okay? Am I coming through clear, Bo?
Can't we just bring one of these back and say we got it mixed up 20 plus 4?
These just look like regular
24.
frogs, not just bigger. None of them have tentacles. As you're watching, one of them's tongue goes out, catches a fly, brings it in.
Ari's gonna whisper to Poe, I don't think these are what we're looking for.
These are not the frogs we're looking for.
I mean, I'm fairly certain that I can probably clean that
Maybe
up.
circle around? I don't know. You got a rock? You want to throw it in the pond?
Hey, Bo. How skilled are you at creating things? Could you possibly make me a prosthetic arm if I had to cut my arm off?
How do I turn this off?
We can try to skip a rock if you want to.
Here, froggy. Yeah, slide a hand. I'm going to try to skip a rock across the surface.
I'm not saying it's about to be important, but you guys are 30 feet back from them. For any reason at all, but just so everybody knows what the situation is.
Okay. Don't
Go ahead. Skip the rock.
Don't.
Roll a dexterity plus proficiency.
don't worry, Poe. I can communicate up to 5 miles away with you.
What am I rolling? Slide a
Dex,
hand.
dex plus proficiency.
Fear not, Poe, for fortunately I keep my feathers numbered for just such an occasion.
22.
Okay, just like a pro, maybe you were doing it back home at some point, but it skips 6, 7, 8 times. Almost skips all the way to the other bank before sinking in. The frogs, and they go underneath the water as they get startled by the rock. And it's silence. No more frogs croaking, no more noise. And you and Ari kind of look at each other in the silence, like maybe this isn't the right bog. She didn't say how far away it was. She just said a bog to the east, and you guys have passed a couple bogs, so maybe this isn't it. And as you're thinking that, as you're kind of discussing it out, maybe in whispers, whoosh! The water explodes as a huge, gigantic frog-like beam
What?
erupts out of the water with tentacles waving.
I think we found the frog.
I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
Poe, what'd you roll?
17.
17. And heart.
8.
8. Give me 2 shakes here.
Oh, did you look up that lightning damage thing?
Yeah.
Too?
It's whatever your next damage you do on that turn. So if you hit something with it, if it's your first attack, which you'd want it to be, and if you have extra attack, your second attack gets the plus 1d6. So it's not a cumulative, and it doesn't go over to your next turn. It's just whatever your next attack is that
So I
turn.
hit it with that and then shoot it. I'll get a 1d6
Yeah.
extra damage to the shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was like a big discussion on it, on whether it was good or bad or ugly. So, all right. So, this erupts from the water, standing in front of you. You guys heard big splashing on the other side of the brush. You don't know what that meant, but you just hear this big splashing of water. But up first would be Doc.
Wait, did you get my initiative?
I do say in my head is we have one. We found one.
Or you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. I wonder how the group's doing. Hart, can you check on them? But of course, I shall inquire upon the endeavors.
He had a 25.
Mm,
Oh, no, did you get mine?
Poe,
Yeah, yours is 12.
I didn't roll on there.
I don't know. It rolled.
Okay. It says initiative.
Poe says that they have found what we're
I don't
looking
know.
for.
Okay.
He just
All right.
rolled over and carried over. I'm not questioning.
Does
it.
he need our help? Poe, are you in need of our assistance at this time, or should we stay back?
It's not even our turn. It's Doc's turn.
Okay,
So calm down, Louisiana Bogman.
whatever.
You got the message from Poe because that was like a quick action as the Froghemoth erupted.
Okay.
But in this 6 seconds, it's Doc's turn.
Okay. Doc is going to hold action until he hears from Hart what's going on.
10-4. Eloise, your turn.
All right. So, I'm going to assume that Eloise and everybody, we can see the frog from here, from where we're standing, right?
Okay,
No, you are behind brush.
Okay.
You have no idea what's going on yet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna break through the brush so I can see what's going on because obviously I heard something. Do I need to make a perception check to see if I heard anything?
Yeah. You heard a big splash, but if you want to see if you heard anything other than that, you can.
$24.
You heard a big splash of water. Before that, you heard 2 little smaller splashes. So you can take of that for your character what you would like.
So I'm gonna look through the brush and see if I can see anything.
So you want to move forward 30
Yeah.
feet
Yes.
and start trying to move through the brush?
Yes.
Okay. You move forward 30 feet and stick your head through the brush, turtle style, and you see that scene ahead of you. Poe and Ari are kind of crouched down because they were kind of crouched down whispering, and all of a sudden you see that beast ahead.
So I'm going to I'm gonna just signal back to the rest of the guys,
Mm-hmm.
to Hart and Doc,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be like, "Come up here. We have a situation." You know,
Okay.
just like come on up here, and then I'm going to ready myself, like ready an attack in case
Okay.
I'm gonna be on alert.
Which attack?
I'm going to the radiant.
Radiant
sorry.
Sunbolt?
Yes, the radiant sunbolt.
Okay. Next up is Poe.
Is it looking at us?
Oh, yeah.
Probably now that a giant turtle just came out of the bush right next to us.
You happen. Roll a perception check. As you're looking at it, trying to take in its size, maybe analyze what you're going to freaking do to get this thing back to the Dryad, you happen to notice, like, right on top of its head is sitting a familiar flat-looking rock.
God, I'm good.
So, yeah, it's looking at you.
Okay.
Oh.
When I was looking at that, did I notice any other ones, like smaller ones, or any other?
The only other ones you really
Just
saw were
that
the
one.
frogs that dived in, the little giant frogs.
Okay.
And they're giant frogs. I say they're little compared to that, but
So there's like no litter running around or anything.
as far as you can tell, there's no baby frog. And it's like, Mommy, Mommy, look, strangers. Stranger danger.
Thinking about it, they would probably also be more likely than not similar to tadpoles and very hard to transport.
Little froglet tadpoles.
Do we?
Tadpoles with all kinds of tentacles.
Looking more like a squid than a tadpole.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we tell if it's a boy or a girl?
You have to get really close and lift up its leg.
I really don't know. Just in case it charges, I'm gonna step out to the side right here. See if it follows my gaze and not them.
One of its eyes looks towards you. The other two eyes are focused on
Okay.
Eloise's head that's sticking out of the bush. And Ari. It has 3 eyes, so.
Oh no.
Oh, is that what that thing is on top of its head?
Yep.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Oh Lord.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing for now.
Klaus! While you were standing back there, when you and Eloise went, you heard the splash, and Eloise went up towards the brush, stuck her head in, and then it was like, come on.
Okay. So what do you expect me to do here?
She's 30 feet ahead of you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
I'll,
I'm like motioning you to like come forward.
I'll move up to
30 feet?
Yeah.
So you're standing right next to Eloise. Not quite through the brush yet.
Okay. So what do you expect us to do exactly?
Do you see the frog?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to stick your head in the brush.
Yes, I know.
When you stick your head in a brush,
Okay.
you see the frog.
I do.
And you
what
bring
do
it back out.
What do you expect me to do about that?
I don't expect you to do anything. I
Okay.
expect all of us to do something.
Okay. So
what's the
what
plan?
is my part in that?
Because I was 99% sure we were sent up ahead as scavengers to see if we could distract it and try to lure it back with the fly. And now we're distracting it with you. So,
I'm sorry. I'm ruining the plan. I'm just gonna like step out and I'm just gonna go back 30 feet.
You can't do anything. It's not your turn.
Okay.
Well, that'll be what I'll do on my next turn.
Alright,
Well,
plan B.
That case,
All plans go to hell as soon as action takes place. You guys had like all kinds of good running, building a hole, setting
Okay.
traps, and then you guys like, let's go forward.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
well,
Fuck that,
in
fuck
that
that.
case, I'm going to start going back.
Okay.
I'll use my action to dash back to the starting point, I guess.
Okay, so you dash back to where Hart and Doc are.
Yeah. It's like I don't know what I'm supposed to do up there.
Will your whole fit a giant huge?
If I had enough time, I could have made a hole that would have definitely fixed it. Yeah. 5 foot. Wait a minute. Is the Yeah. Well,
What is the base size on a huge? Is that 15?
it's a 5 foot cube per action.
It is. A large is 9, so the next one up from me. What 20?
Huge. Like the size. So yeah, I think that's yeah, I think it is 20 because large is 10. But no, I can make. I mean, it just if we can get away from it. Are you asking? Wait a minute.
Will you move
can I
it
respond?
forward? It jumps and lands over here, splashing water.
Given enough time, yeah, I can make an indefinite sized hole.
You should probably get working on that ASAP. I don't know how else we're gonna stop this thing.
One of its tentacles reaches out to attack Ari.
I don't have a charm. I don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Our only bet is to knock it out
22?
somehow.
Yep, that does it. Yep.
For 14 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Alright.
It cannot tentacle anybody else, so now it's going to lash out with its tongue. I need a strength 7 throw from you, Ari.
I get that pulled up. That is a 14.
While it's got a tentacle wrapped around your lower part of your body, its long tongue comes out like a frog's tongue, wraps around you, and jerks you forward 5 feet.
Ugh.
And then the tongue goes back in its mouth. And leaves slobbering slime all over you. The tentacle's still around you, though. You are still grappled with the tentacle. Then next is your turn.
My turn?
Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stab its tentacle because you said it was like wrapped around like my waist or like my legs.
Yeah, you're grappled. You can do it, but it'll be with disadvantage.
Okay. That's such a good roll too.
Such a beautiful roll.
Ah, that's an 11 to hit.
11 does not. You're trying to stab it. You can't get a good angle, and your dagger's just like glancing off of the tentacle.
Great. Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna try again with my other dagger.
Okay.
Ugh, 13.
No.
I'm getting rolls in the 20s and then rolls
You
in like
scratch it this
the
time?
low teens.
You scratch it, but you're not able to pierce through the tentacle. Just enough, like when you get that little scratch on your skin and it turns white, just like that.
Ah. Okay. Alright.
It's also very slammy, so it's very hard for you to get any purchase with your dagger. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Hart, you are up.
I do want to note that while I
Here's
did
a hole,
not
we'll keep it
swear on
busy.
air, she did
How
swear when
is
she was grabbed.
how is everything going out there? I heard a splash. I tried to communicate with the others to let them know I was waiting for communication from you. Unfortunately, the turtle and the drunk ran off. Is everything okay?
We are on to Plan C.
And what exactly is Plan C?
I have no idea.
Very well. Do we need to come in there and hit it with a big stick?
Yeah, but remember, we want it alive.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna look at. Hart is gonna turn and look at Doc. I do believe that the situation has taken a sudden shift into shitty, and we must make our way to the frog to provide assistance. I do believe that there was a minor inconvenience when the turtle jumped the gun. So, alright, I'm going to move up. 5, 10, 15, 20. At 20, am I past the wall?
No. The wall's at 30.
25.
That's 30. It's right there.
30. So
Yes.
25. Right there.
Right there's 30, and that's where the wall is. Yet to go on the other side is actually 35.
Okay, so I moved my third. So I moved and I can see what's going on.
Yeah, if you stick your head through the brush, you can see.
So I see, and I don't know.
You
are
see,
at-
you
is
see the
Poe-
frogmoth's body sticking up out of the water, and you see Ari lashed around with the tentacle. She's kind of soaking wet and got like this green slobber dripping off of her. She's trying to stab it with a dagger clumsily because she can't get a good purchase. Poe's off to the side, and if you look over to your right, you can see Eloise's head.
Hey, Hart. I've seen this movie. Turtle. I can draw its attention. All right. I could attempt to compel duel, where it has disadvantage on attacking anyone outside of myself, but the moment anybody hits it with any attack or spell, it's going to break the spell.
Well, when she's wrapped up, she's probably going to hit it on her next turn.
Well, it's valid. It's a valid point, so we need to do something about that first.
Ari, don't attack it. As you're being drugged to his mouth. Okay.
Go
She's
limp.
turning
Go
blue.
limp.
Assume the fetal position.
Go limp. Play dead.
Who told you to do that? The bear?
And it does have her grappled.
No, she's grappled.
No, that's what I'm saying. It has her grappled.
Yeah. No.
Let me check this.
If you ungrapple her, I can hit it with a smoke grenade, and then we can regroup.
Well, I got something that, if it worked, could potentially make it run away. But the problem with it is I don't know if that will also serve to ungrapple her. We could just end up running it into the water with her. Maybe it'll be nice and hold it above water level.
That's going underwater.
See if you see any babies while you're under there.
Yeah.
She's slowly drowning. She sees the babies going by. If only I was connected to heart.
All right. So sorry. With my, because I'm out of movement. What's the difficulty? All right. I want to see if I can target the tentacle.
Okay.
So at the, I don't want to, I want to try to target the tentacle at its base to see if
Okay.
I can maybe weaken the tentacle, or see if I can possibly get it to drop
Okay.
Ari, and
It'll have a little bit of a higher AC since you're trying to target a thing instead of just shooting at it in general, but you're able to do so.
is she in water?
No. Not yet.
It's a frog in water.
The
actually
frog
don't.
is in water. The Froghemoth, but she's not. She's still on land. She just was drugged 5 feet from where she's at.
No, that wouldn't work because they're that only no creature. All right, no. Shape Water has a nifty thing where you can freeze a 5-foot cube of water, but it has a specification that a creature can't be in it, so that wouldn't work. All right, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Mind Sliver.
Sure.
So here's the game plan. I'm gonna go Mind Sliver. Doubtful that it's gonna. I can't target a tentacle with it, but if it hits, it'll get disadvantage on its next saving throw. It'll not disadvantage. It gets a negative D4 against its next saving throw before the end of my next turn. So if one of the individuals in the group that possesses stun could potentially stun said frog, maybe we can make something happen. All
We can
right.
Stun sounds fun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over here, and Hart with his dulcimer southern charm is gonna start mentally projecting forget-me-nots into
What kind of save is it?
intelligence 16. You're like, I don't need all that nonsense, fool. Just tell me what the save is.
Roll a 1, so your
All right.
mind sliver worked.
It's gonna take 7 psychic damage, and before the end of my next turn, the next saving throw it makes, it'll take a negative D4.
Okay, when you do that, and it takes the damage, the middle eye turns and looks at you with your head through the brush.
All right. Well, if I had a naked body, I would be projecting my naked body, and it's mine.
Okay. Anything else?
But technically, I am naked, so it doesn't matter.
Anything else?
No, I'm done. Sorry. That's the end of my turn. I apologize.
Next up is Doc.
Okay. So Doc's like, well, I guess I better get into this. Hoorah! 4, 5.
Sounds just like him.
Actually, we'll move it over here. Sally Forth! My bad.
Earthquake.
Good.
Dog sticks his head to the
He's going to stick his head through.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Eloise is gonna be like, "What's up, Doc?"
And how hurt are you,
Ari.
Ari?
I'm still okay. I'm just not feeling great.
But you're still okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he is going to. What is. Did he provide what his form of, like, his bardic inspiration is?
Did he ever what?
Okay.
It should be under what his bardic inspiration is.
Well, no, like how he flavors his bardic inspiration.
No, because he never does it.
Okay, so he's gonna be like, Ari, look what I can do, and he's gonna do that move like Stewie, where he throws his hands up in the air and then he kicks his feet. Yeah, and he's gonna give you inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Are
So-
you inspired?
Now you're inspired to do better.
Like crack a whip, like Indiana Jones style.
Yeah, he's gonna crack a whip and then get your attention.
Okay, what
Look I
does
can
she
do.
get from the bardic inspiration?
You'll get 1d6. You'll get to add that to the next ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. That is, you get to add to that, and it will last. So for the next 10 minutes. So you have 10 minutes to use this.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
so you can use that to potentially help whenever it comes time to break free. And then he's gonna be like, "Go team!" And he's done.
Okay, so next up is Eloise, who currently has her head stuck through the brush, looking at everything, taking everything in.
Okay. Eloise is going to go up to the beast.
5, 10, 15, 20.
and that should be enough to get me to where
25 to
not
be.
not really in the. Okay, yeah, on the edge of the
25 is melee range.
25 to put you in
Okay.
melee. If you're going into melee.
Eloise is going to say, "You foul, foul filth of the earth. Let my friend go." You know, and she's going to attack it with her quarterstaff.
I've heard this speech before. Let my people go.
I was gonna say, let my
And-
people go.
24 to hit.
You have a disadvantage.
I have disadvantage. Okay. So let me roll again with disadvantage.
For those who are listening and don't know why, Eloise decided to eat stuff that she shouldn't have ate, and now she's
Oh,
sick.
that's right.
And she
That's
still has
right.
not done anything about being sick.
That's
And
right.
by stuff she
That
wasn't
sounds
supposed to
about right.
eat, she ate the flesh of a shambling mound, right?
That's correct.
And I'm aiming for the tentacle that has Ari
Okay.
captured. Does 18 hit?
It does.
All right. So that is going to be. It's going to be 13 bludgeoning damage. Magical bludgeoning damage.
13 magical damage.
And then I will
Remember, it gets a -4 against its next saving throw.
okay. And I should get 2 attacks, so I'll attack it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my bonus action or use a key point to
Key point.
Do stunning strike to try to stun it.
Sure.
So I've already attacked it, so I spent
So,
a key
is that a
point.
con save?
Con save of 15.
So, roll, and then I got a minus 1d6 because
D-
of the...
D4, it's only a
Is it
D4.
D4? One
Yeah.
D4. Alright. Um, 11.
It fails,
Okay.
so it is now stunned,
Okay.
and
Your effect wears off, right? So I'm just going to leave that on
Yeah.
there for the stun.
Okay. Yeah, it only sets until it triggered. So once it triggered, it's done.
so I still have an attack left. If I attack it with my quarterstaff again, it's not going to unstun it, right?
No, it stays
All right.
stunned
It
until
stays
the
stunned
end
to
of
the
your
beginning of your next turn.
end
End of your next
end of your
turn.
next turn.
I will attack it again with my quarterstaff to try to
Sure.
break Ari loose. Oh, you said disadvantage.
So it is stunned right now, right?
No, it'll balance out because you have advantage on striking. a
You have
stunned
advantage. You're
opponent.
fine. You hit.
Okay, good. Well, that was a 25 to hit.
Okay.
And then it's going to be 9 damage, and hopefully that will set her free. That's going to be the end of my turn. Well, no, I'm going to actually. I want to disengage from it.
Okay.
No, it's stunned. I don't have to worry. No, you know what? I'll just stay where I'm at, and my turn is done.
Okay. Next up is Poe, followed by Klaus. It is stunned.
I'm gonna try to get a rope around it. Try to
Okay.
lasso it around the head. And try to lasso it.
Okay, now it is a big creature, so you to do this you would have to make a dex with proficiency, but with disadvantage because if it was medium sized or even large, you wouldn't have disadvantage. But this is a huge creature that you're trying to get the rope around. It's stunned, so it's not moving, but it's still a big head that you're trying to get it around.
I can use dash and run a circle around it, can I?
I mean, you could try to run a circle around it if you want to, but how's that going to help with your rope?
Wrapping it around it.
You still have to have it anchored on there.
Toss him one end and run.
If you
That's-
want to try to run around it, you definitely can try.
That is one solid,
That's
puddle
water.
of water. Yeah, that
Yeah, it's
whole
the whole
thing
thing
is
is water.
and it was hiding in it, so it's probably at least
Alright, I'm just gonna try to
30 feet
lasso it.
deep.
So what do I gotta roll?
Dex plus proficiency with disadvantage.
What is plus proficiency?
Whatever your proficiency is, I think at y'all's level, what is it?
3.
Plus 3.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
16.
16 total? Okay. You manage to hit it with the rope, and it kind of falls down, and it does get on one of its tentacles. It doesn't get around its head, but you do have one of its tentacles wrapped up, like, with the lasso of the rope.
Okay, is there anything near me I can tie it off to?
Roll perception check.
He has a flute. We're just a couple of flutists.
So 20.
Looking around, you see the brush that you came through, and you see some, like, stumps and stuff. You can maybe try to tie it off. There's probably one that's like, I'll throw it on the map there. There's one that's right back here where you were at. It does look kind of, it's a swamp, so everything's kind of wet and rotten and that kind of thing. You don't know how strong that stump will be if it tries to pull. If it would, you know how that wet wood just crumbles. But there's a stump. You were literally standing by it when you moved forward to lasso.
Okay, I look at the Warforged and I go to tie it off onto him.
Okay,
So you
it's
hand it
easy
to me?
enough.
Yeah.
So you just wrap it around his waist and tie it
And
in
say,
a
here,
knot.
hold this. And the access I have, I'm going to cut that off and start setting up another lasso.
Okay, so in between them, there is like a 25 feet worth of rope from the tentacle
So I
to
can probably
Hart,
get one
who
more.
now has a tentacle tied around his waist, basically.
Hold
Good deal.
this.
Klaus.
Okay. I will move 40 feet to try to reconvene with the rest of the group.
Okay, so 30 feet puts you up next to Doc. You're going to go through the...
Yeah.
And then 10 feet puts you right here. You are still 15 feet from the
Okay.
creature. Taking in the scene, Eloise is right up against it. The beast is kind of not moving, just kind of slack-jawed right now, which is funny for a Froghemoth. Poe has tied a rope around Hart's waist, and a rope is going from Hart's waist to one of the tentacles. And Ari is wrapped up in the tentacle and covered with slime. So that is the situation.
We've got a really good idea.
Okay, so what do you need of me right now? What can
I need to know what you're going to do. You walked up 40
I'm
feet and that's
trying
what
to
you're
ask
seeing.
them. It's like,
Oh.
what am I doing here?
Try to get one of them other
Get
tentacles.
me down!
Get it knocked out. Or, yeah, get her.
Yes, I'll save her.
Save
I'll
her.
Save her.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's incapacitated. Would it still be grappling her?
Yep. Could you find a way to make it let go?
Sorry.
What?
Well, don't forget you have inspiration to break free.
Okay. So yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to. So I'll use
You want to go get your chick?
the. How far do I need to move to get up to Ari?
You need to go 5 more feet to be right next to Ari.
Okay. That feels like okay. So where is that? Because I know I have. Where's all my key stuff? Because okay. So I believe there's. What is Jesus. Okay. Okay. I'll spend a key point for Step of the Wind.
Okay. To go 5 feet.
Yes. So
Okay.
it allows me to dash as a
Slide
bonus
down when
action.
she sit there.
So I have 35 feet of movement left.
Okay.
I will attempt to get Ari free.
You want to try to help her escape?
Yes.
Okay. You can do the help action to help her escape, which will give her advantage on her next turn.
Okay. Sure, I can't like do anything to get it off her on my turn.
No, all you can do is help
Okay,
her.
cool. I'll help that.
Okay. So, Ari, you will have advantage to escape when it comes your turn if you decide to make the escape action. Anything else? Klaus?
Yeah, no, I believe I'm good.
Okay.
I tried my best to channel my inner Doc, but I think it was more.
Keanu Reeves.
This is
I'll
stuff.
go with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, these little frog friends.
Don't. That's. You knew that. Don't share your secret plan behind what the DM standing over.
This frog makes a leap, landing right next to Klaus,
Oh.
who is trying to help Ari, and tries to fight him.
I have to dream about this.
13.
I'm
Does
gonna
not
look
hit.
at the logistics of that plan.
I don't know how well that would work.
This
Now that
one.
there's frogs out there. I was trying to channel Doc,
This
but
one?
I felt like it was more Drake.
Jumps on this side of Ari and is going to try to take a bite out of Ari. You are wrapped up, so it does get advantage. But it did not help it. 8.
That does not hit.
These frogs have teeth.
Okay, didn't realize that.
Ari, you are wrapped up in the tentacle. There's a frog that tried to bite you. You may try to escape. At this time point, Klaus is trying to help you. And the tentacles, while wrapped around you, are not as tight as they were when they first grabbed you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to wiggle my way out and like.
Okay, make an escape check with advantage.
Where do I find escape at?
It will be.
Sleight of
You
hand.
may choose acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay.
And if you've not used your inspiration yet, you can use your inspiration on that.
I'm gonna use
Correct.
Yeah.
acrobatics and
It's
I'm
a
gonna
skill
use my
check, so.
inspiration.
All right. So roll
This
acrobatics,
really only
add
works as,
1d6.
Attack, move, attack, move, attack, move.
And I have
not like
I have
go
advantage on that.
fly
acrobatics,
around.
And you have advantage.
You could have forego the attack and just use the action to move it.
Yeah, but I have to 4 different turns.
It has
That is a
30 foot movement range,
escape.
doesn't it?
You are able to wiggle out, and the tentacle kind of just falls limply to the ground as you were able to just step outside of it. You're still kind of in the same spot, so you don't use your movement, but you are outside the coils of the tentacle.
Okay. Let's see. I have the bonus action.
Dog is back.
I like where your head's at, and I think we can still work with that because I
Alright.
think we can do something.
I am going to stay put and end my turn.
Okay. Next up is Heart.
How big is its mouth?
Big enough to swallow. It can swallow any of y'all. I think it can swallow up to a large.
If I had a nickel for
No,
every time I
medium.
heard that,
Medium,
Medium?
or small.
I've had a nickel break.
If you
that.
could you put that in feet cubed?
No.
So are you saying its mouth is like 5 foot cubed?
Yeah, probably.
It's got a big mouth. What do you want?
Well, you can see how many squares it's taken
Just
up.
say what you're trying to do, man.
Shape water, 5 foot cube of water,
Yeah,
and
God,
shape
you're asking
it.
about water. You can.
I'm gonna.
Water's pliable.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna 5 foot cube. I'm gonna use my action to. I do declare. Let's silence this here toad. Shape water, 5 foot cube of water, and I'm gonna fill up its mouth with said 5 foot cube of water.
So you want to put water in the frog's mouth?
Nope, I am going to take a 5 foot cube of water, and I am going to fill its mouth hole, its open mouth hole, its stunned mouth hole full of water.
Sure.
It can breathe underwater.
Through its
Yes.
skin, not its mouth.
Amphibians can't.
Through its skin.
So, action. I am taking and I am forming a 5 foot cube of water
Sure.
to the shape of its mouth.
Sure.
In its mouth. Filling its
Sure.
mouth up with completely full as possible.
Sure.
Okay, established.
Yes.
Its
That's,
mouth is full of water.
that's my action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to secure a hold of the rope I've been entrusted with
Uh huh.
and turn.
Okay. Doc.
I feel like I was supposed to do something with that information that his mouth is now full of water. but
No.
I'm feeling a lot more like myself now, so I,
Your voice is changed.
I still slightly inspired by how I was feeling just 5 minutes ago. I do like the idea that I had where I'm going to summon my dancing scimitar,
Uh huh.
tie my rope to it, and send it flying to him 30 feet, which I think should get me right behind him. They're in lines
25
here.
is here.
Okay, so right up beside him then. Yeah, whatever 30 feet will get me to him.
Moved up there first, it'll give you a far greater range of speed.
That's a good point. So if I came up like 5 or 10 more feet and then did that.
15. That's 20
No, just
feet.
like 10. Just enough to get it just a little bit further behind him.
5, 10.
You're going
I'm trying to keep you away from the frog.
to... Oh, okay.
10, 15's right there.
Okay.
Do you wanna go
that
back
give,
in?
Does that give him just enough to get like a little bit further?
To the dancing scimitar.
Yeah. Yeah. And then throwing it out to him.
Okay.
And and then it's going to hit him.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Okay. Yeah, he is. Wah. Ha-ha! No, he's not. It's a nat 1. That's a 7.
That is not gonna hit.
It
It just kind
sure
of
won't.
slaps off the body of the frog. Froghemoth.
I'm assuming tying the hemp rope to it was the bonus action. So
Yes.
okay, so I can't do the bonus action of continuing to move it. So I guess that will be it for his turn this time.
Okay.
I think
Next
that was-
up
I still think that was a
is
good idea.
Eloise.
Okay. To the end of my next
I'm just gonna
turn.
keep it moving around it.
And then
Eloise is
soak it in water.
going to
And then wrap
hit it
around.
again with the quarterstaff.
Yeah, just be
With disadvantage or with
Normal.
regular, because
22 to hit.
Did
That
you
hit.
make your attack with advantage?
No.
Because it's stunned, so you'd have advantage on your attack.
8
against
damage.
okay.
And then she will attempt to re-stun it.
It's too
Okay.
little too late now.
it. That's,
It's my fault for not paying attention for the first hour.
I'll use another key point. It'll have to make a con save of 15 or greater.
I rolled a 19. It's get a +9, so it's 28.
I don't think so. Silver bombs.
Okay.
I declare that you must re-roll that.
9 plus 9, 18.
Now, whatever.
It's not stunned anymore. Okay, I will try to. I'm going to attack it again with my quarterstaff, because I get 2 attacks with my quarterstaff. Magical.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, because it's not stunned.
Oh, no, it's still stunned because it would be at the end of your turn, so it's just going to be regular. But at the end of your turn, it loses its stun.
So, just regular.
Just regular. Regular old attack.
14, does 14 hit?
14 hits.
Okay. It's gonna be 8 magical bludgeoning,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to stun it again. I'm spending my last key point. So if anybody else wants to try to stun it, they can, but I have no more key points left. So this is my last attempt. Con save 15 or
18 plus 9, so 27.
I can yell silvery barbs, but I can't cast it.
Silvery bombs.
Okay. So I'm going to step back now. Going to step back like 20 feet.
Okay. When you go to step back,
Attack of opportunity.
I can't. I mean, either way.
it swallows the water in its mouth.
I still have control over that water.
You can have all the control you want. It's still not swallow the water in its mouth.
Give him some nasty diarrhea.
Uh, 29.
29 hits.
So can you make it like vomit up the water if you're so controlling it?
I think he could make it come out of any orifice he wanted to at this point. Yes. As violently
14
as he
piercing
chose.
damage,
Okay.
and you are swallowed.
It swallowed me. I'm in the.
It reached out with its mouth and swallowed you.
Are you alive and swallowed?
I'm alive and
It
swallowed.
ate the turtle.
Well,
It ate the turtle.
now we
Sort of
gotta
a
capture
weird,
this
like,
thing,
karmic
like-
justice here for.
I mean,
You can always turtle up.
I can turtle up. I'll turtle up inside the frog.
Oh, you know what? You know, it doesn't get a dexterity save from
Well-
anything that would require said dexterity saves.
If you're food poisoned and it eats you, does it become food poison?
Ho!
If it chews me up.
If you have gloves that catch shit on fire, and you're inside of it,
That's a very good point, actually.
It's a really bad indigestion.
Well, if we blow it up from the inside, though,
Are you
it's
gonna
kind of
let me
gonna be hard
freeze
taking
my 5-foot
taking
cube
it
of water?
alive.
It's out of control of it, you said.
okay. If you allow me to freeze that 5-foot cube of water, will that result in killing said frog?
I don't know. It's going to take some damage. But so will your turtle friend who's in the water with the, in the stomach with the water.
Well, if she's in the water, then I wouldn't be able to freeze it. I can't freeze something with
Oh,
a
well, there you
creature
go.
in it. If the water's technically in the creature's not in the water. But if she's
the
in
frog
the water,
swallowed the water. She swallowed the turtle.
so the turtle's in the water, so I can't
I'm
freeze the
not
water.
sure how biology works too much, but I think
Yeah.
they're together.
Yeah, so no.
I think when she got swallowed, like there's a fucking lot of water in here.
So
It's like,
yeah, that
it's like 5. There's like 5 cubic feet of water at least.
yeah. Plan 1, fill
Right.
mouth full of cubic
Try
5 foot
hitting this
of water.
with my lightning attack.
Plan 2,
They hit the frog.
Yep.
freeze water.
15 hits.
No.
7 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot it.
The frog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nat 20.
So you double all the dice involved.
It also takes an extra 7 damage because of my weapon.
Okay.
So double damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 38.
38 total.
Yep. Well, plus the 7.
Initially, I was hoping. I
So
was
that'd
like,
be 40.
That frog is gone.
Okay. So that exploded.
Yeah, you exploded it. Frog guts got all over Ari as the frog next to you just explodes. So on top of the slime you already had on top of you, now you literally have frog guts on you, in your hair. One piece hit the side of your face and it kind of just slopped off. You're pretty sure your mouth was open.
Oh, that's so bad.
Are you still grabbed?
No. She escaped.
No, I escaped.
I'm
I
gonna.
was too busy playing with myself.
Oh my.
Wow.
Create a mage hand.
You were
Oh
there.
my God.
He did have a conversation with Doc and you weren't even here. We all looked because he looked over that way and was like, I'm going to tell Doc. And we all go, is he Doc?
Wait, it swallowed her while it still had her in its tongue?
No, she escaped.
No.
No, I escaped.
Oh, she's no longer in the tongue.
No.
Okay.
The tongue just came out and wrapped around her, pulled her closer, and unwrapped.
Oh, okay. It was a tentacle that had her.
The tentacle had her wrapped, but she escaped from that. Nobody's tangled up right now. Technically, the Froghemoth is got one rope on it, and then she's inside his stomach.
Alright, I'm gonna create a mage hand
Okay.
as my bonus action, and then end my turn.
I don't think I have my mage hand out, so we're just going to use this for right now, so I don't have to dig it.
Yep, that's a mage hand.
Oh,
All right.
And I'm gonna hand one end of the rope I'm holding, or one end of the rope to it. It's gonna sit there.
Your other rope.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Klaus.
okay. Okay. So we need this thing stunned. If I'm
Yeah, we need to stop it. Something we need it knocked out.
okay. I'm
What if the
going.
turtle had any tranks on her?
Okay.
She can stun from the inside. Stunning strike! Stunning strike!
I'm going to stunning strike.
Are you
Oh,
going to
no,
move
no.
up to hit it?
You
No,
have to.
yeah, I'll move up. To
Okay,
attack.
when you move up, the frog next to you is going to attack you.
Yeah, I got the other frog, not that
Yeah,
one.
okay. Then Froggy.
8, so he's not going to
No.
attack you.
No. Okay.
And then you just walk away,
Yep.
and you go to where Eloise was standing.
Yep. And I'm going to
Punch it.
punch it.
Roll the dice.
Oh no.
That didn't sound good.
That is an 8.
An 8 misses.
Roll the 2.
Oh yeah, no. You go ah.
So second
And
attack.
you just hit blubber.
So second attack.
Or turtle shell.
Okay, there we go. That's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So, and I'm going to stunning strike. So, con saving throw.
16 plus 9, 25.
Pass. And the punch still does damage. For 4 plus 3, that is 7.
7. All right.
And actually, no, yeah. So, yeah, okay. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Next up is the frog.
The frog.
So,
The
starting
frog.
with Eloise, you are going to take 13 acid damage.
The frog. The big frog.
So it's an acidic frog?
You're in the stomach. The acid of the frog.
Okay.
Ari, the tentacles on the ground around you now are active again, and it's going to try to wrap around you. 14.
No.
Okay. The tentacle holding Hart is going to try to jerk him forward.
I have a tentacle on me?
The rope.
You're holding the rope.
The rope is tied to a tentacle.
Tied to the tentacle.
Oh.
So he's going to, that tentacle is going to pull to try to pull you close to it. So I need an opposing strength check. Nine plus 6, 15.
So, how many people are we going to lose before we decide to
20.
kill this thing?
Okay, so you're able to dig your heels in the ground as it's pulling, straining on the rope, and the rope is taut between you two as it's pulling on this rope. That is its 1, 2, 3 actions that it can do. Now the frog is going to move up and try to attack Klaus again.
Okay.
Why am I down?
5, it can't bite you.
Robert?
Because you're not on a plastic base. And it makes you uneven.
I was like, wait, did I miss something?
Next up is Ari.
Okie dokie. So you said that tentacle wasn't able to grab.
It tried to wrap around you, and you're like, whoa, 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 and you just dance around it as it tried to
That's
do
what I
it.
get for buying those off-brand minis that don't have the little...
But it just makes it weird, like, they don't
Yeah.
sit. Every time I have them, I buy bases, and I've got a bunch of extra bases upstairs just because of that, because they,
I got a
they
buttload
even
of them. I
bow,
should
and
just...
it annoys me because they bow out.
I should just glue it to it.
As I look around, is anyone actually grappled by the tentacles? I know that Hart has a rope tied to him.
That's the only thing, like, right, probably 5 feet from you, a rope is tight as it's pulling on Hart's stomach, and he's got his feet dug in the ground, and he's kind of holding back, and the tentacle is like that. But other than that, nobody's wrapped up in a tentacle. Eloise is currently in his stomach.
Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to try to get her out of there. Alright. I'm gonna take my rope, tie it into a lasso real quick, and try to get another one of its tentacles. See if I can start trying to pin this thing
Roll a
down.
dex plus proficiency. With disadvantage because now it's not stunned, the tentacles are moving around.
That is an 8.
You try to, and it just splashes in the water. You almost had your tentacle, but it moved out of the way at the last moment.
Okay. I'm gonna call out to the group to try to get them to do the same thing. And then I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Next is Hart.
By the same thing, restraining its symptoms.
Try to just restrain it.
Hart's gonna look at the Froghemoth. I'm gonna give you one chance to spit out my turtle frog. Nothing? Okay. Bonus action.
He always talks to the monsters, A, in common, and B, when, like, he expects them to do something on his turn.
Okay, but very good. Common. I'll give you,
You better
one chance.
walk over there.
I'm going to give you one chance to spit out my turtle frog. Draconic. I'm going to give you one chance to spit out my turtle frog. Gnomish. I'm going to give you one chance to spit out my turtle frog. Undercommon. I'm going to give you one chance to spit out my turtle frog. That's it.
I'm going to give you roughly 6 seconds to
Come
respond.
over here. My turtle frog. Nothing? Alright. Bonus
The
action.
languages that it speaks.
Bonus action. Thunderous Smite. Six right up
He
next
was
to
just
it.
trying to pull you with him when he had the rope. You could have just went.
Yeah, well, that was.
You
He ate
could
my
have free
turtle.
movement.
That rope is slack.
It is slack.
He ate my turtle.
He's like,
Can I just go back and kill the dryads? Let them do this.
it might be easier.
21.
Sneak off and then they notice
21 to
your tattoo
hit that
disappears.
frog.
Yep.
Yeah, that is.
Alright. I'm going to burn my second pack spell to do a second level smite, and I am also going to tap into my fury and add some extra narcotic damage to that.
He said he's not going to capture. He's just going all in.
It ate my turtle. He owes a life debt to the turtle.
Hey, it don't matter to me. I'm not the one with the debt to the Dryads.
I don't have that mark on me, right?
No.
16 magical slashing. $18 necrotic.
Oh gosh.
13 radiant.
You do a lot of damage.
I have a lot of anger issues. And from the Thunderous Smite, 5 thunder damage, and then your weapon rings out with thunder. It's audible up to 300 feet away.
Thunder
so
damage?
thunder.
Okay.
Yeah, fairly certain it's thunder damage. 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you.
Thunderwave?
Thunderous Smite.
What kind of saving throw? Strength?
Strength. 16 for the save.
14 plus 6, 20.
Yeah, so it succeeded that.
Okay. Anything else?
Done.
You did some serious damage to it. Doc.
Alright. As a bonus action, I can tell my sword to move 30 more feet and attack on its way. So I'm going to get it to move around him further.
Okay. How long is your rope?
Oh, Lord, I don't know. 120 feet?
That's a lot of rope.
Oh, is that
How
not
far
the,
can
is
it
that not
move?
the
30?
average
Most rope
length
is
of
50.
rope? Oh, then it's 50 feet of rope then.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you are like
Okay, well,
at
hold on
50 here. Yep.
Then yeah, I probably need to get it. I may need to move a little closer then to make that work. That's a good point. It's interesting. This plan works a lot better with a longer rope.
Gonna need a longer rope.
Definitely.
I'm gonna need a new party.
The Dryad said, capture the Froghemoth.
I think you can get over to that side and still.
Yeah, now the
Have a
rope
little
is
bit
taut all the way around it.
Yeah. Okay.
Between you and your dancing sword.
All right. Perfect.
If he
Then
decides
it's
to back up, he might trip.
cool.
Whoa!
We're
That's
gonna full AT-AT this thing. We're
You
gonna.
break the Froghemoth.
And then it's gonna try to hit it. So
Okay. You certainly try.
I try is the operative word here. 18.
18 hits.
Yeah. 8 damage.
Is that bludgeoning and magical or?
Stabby magical damage. Slicey magical damage.
Slashing?
Yes. I don't know. There's a little sword beside it.
Slashing.
Um,
Alright, anything else?
yes, I will use my regular action to hit a couple Eldritch Blasts right at its belly.
Sure.
I mean, he's not like. I mean, is he looking rough? He's like.
Oh, yeah, no, he's looking rough.
Oh, okay. I don't want to kill it. Though.
He just freaking did like almost 100 hit points.
Okay,
damage
I don't
to
want
it.
to. I don't want to kill it though. So maybe
non-lethal damage.
maybe let me rethink this.
That's why I'm like, sure, do some Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Well, whenever it gets to its next turn, it needs to know it's coming if it doesn't spit up my turtle. I'm just letting you know, turtle.
It doesn't know. It's got like a 4 intelligence. It has no idea what you're saying.
Hey,
It can't speak 0 languages.
I watched the dog whisperer. I know how to communicate nonverbal.
Apparently you don't. Apparently you've not been able to talk to anything.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Arms of Hadar at first level, which should hit the frog beside me and him both, hopefully.
Doesn't that hit? What all does it hit? Because in front of you also you have Klaus.
It's everything, I think.
Oh, all creatures within
I didn't know if
10
you could
feet of
shape it.
me. No.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm not Klaus, so.
Yeah, I don't want to kill Klaus either. Dang it, guys! Come on.
But,
I mean,
I
you can just
care,
attack the frog.
but Klaus doesn't. As long as you kill him, he'll take it personally if you're hurt.
Fine. I guess I'll just be like, oh, you frog. Pass.
You frog.
Don't you have an attack? There's a frog literally right next to you.
Oh yeah. I mean, screw that guy. Screw this guy directly beside me, who is definitely getting hit.
Look at it. Can you believe this guy?
Who's
I don't know what to do. Like,
definitely getting hit. This guy.
I mean, to be fair, the giant frog has not been able to hit because it only has a +3, but
This guy.
it's still there.
Okay. 19, 15.
Yeah, no, that hits.
All right. A 6 and a 9.
So 15 damage?
Yes.
Alright. Anything else?
Slashing. No.
Eloise! Just to
Okay.
give you your status, being inside the Froghemoth's body, you are blinded and restrained.
Blinded and restrained. Am I still able to use my gloves of fire?
Sure.
So I'm going to spend a charge and
Are you going to do the burning hands?
I'm gonna make a melee spell attack
Okay.
against the frog.
Okay. You are restrained, so it will be with disadvantage. Not that you already did have a disadvantage.
That's okay.
Okay.
It will be worth it if I can do it.
Just two
Why not?
disadvantages count each other out.
What are you doing?
I'm using the gloves of fire
To do what though?
To kill the frog with
to
fire.
make a melee spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage. In addition, as an action, you can expend 1 charge to cast Burning Hands.
Oh, we definitely gonna get one of these frogs. Maybe not this one, but we definitely get one of these frogs.
I don't want to kill it. Hold on.
Tickle its tonsils.
Can I feel anything?
Yeah, you put the inside of the frog's stomach, push it
No,
on you,
I mean, can I? You
and
said
that
I'm
stomach acid burning into your skin.
You said I'm restrained, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you go under conditions. Article. Click
Oh,
back.
add.
No, just click. And then you can scroll down.
Okay.
You'll find restrain. If you hover over it, it'll tell you what it does.
Becomes 0 and can't be entered for bonus speed. Attack Alright, well I'm gonna have to try to break out of here. So yeah, I'm gonna do the burning gloves.
So attacking with the burning gloves or burning hands.
Attacking with the burning gloves.
Okay, make an unarmed strike with disadvantage.
Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Alright.
Now roll your damage and add 1d6 fire.
You want me to use unarmed strike damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's and then 1d6 fire. Alright. So the unarmed strike is 8, and then 1d6 is gonna be 1 damage.
Okay. So you smell burning flesh while you're in there because you're hitting the inside of the stomach of the frog. And outside, y'all hear the frog go, and a puff of smoke comes out of its mouth. Anything else?
Can I use my? I want to use my bonus action to turn.
Isn't it a bonus action to turn the gloves on?
No, it's just an action.
It's an action?
No, she can use her action to make a melee spell attack against a creature
Okay.
within reach. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage.
Okay.
So it would have been her.
Okay, so you
action.
can do a bonus action if you like.
Alright, so as a bonus action, I want to turtle myself. I want to go in my shell.
Okay.
And that will give me advantage on Constitution saves.
Sure. Anything else?
For now, no.
Poe, followed by Klaus.
What's above it? Like
Nothing. Sky.
no trees or anything? No limbs I can shoot off and drop on it? Non-lethal, just haul off. I'm just gonna try to one time punch it in the face.
Okay.
Unarmed strike, I guess. What that would be.
Yep.
$18.
18, you hit it.
$3.
Alright. You haul off and you punch it right in the gullet.
Still standing?
Yeah.
Might use another attack. Punch it again. Non-lethal. 13.
13 misses.
Okay, then my action surge. I'm gonna try to punch it again.
Okay.
Okay.
16.
16 hit.
Another 3.
Okay.
That'll be it.
That's it.
Yep.
Klaus.
Trying to knock it out.
I will follow Ari's lead and make a quick little lasso out of my rope and try to grab a tentacle or
Dex
something.
with proficiency at disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 9.
That's a miss.
Okay. I guess it's my whole turn then.
All right.
Let's go.
This thing is going to. Yeah, it's going to attempt to disengage and go back into the water. It does have the rope with heart
Hold on tight.
and
Pardon me.
the rope with the thing, so it's going to make a strength check twice, one against Doc and one against Heart. So both of y'all need to make opposing strengths.
Alright.
Doc, what was your strength?
Trainer. Saving throw or just regular
Your
check?
strength check.
Okay. I was trying to see what I needed to add to it. 10.
It rolled a 9 plus 6. So you will feel yourself being pulled as it's basically backing up,
Yeah, I didn't see the strength one going well for me.
and you are pulled. It still slowed because of the rope, so you are pulled into the water as it backs up 20 feet here. The rope straining and your sword straining, so you're pulled probably about 10 feet into the water.
Okay.
Heart, what was your strength?
Silvery barbs. So I'm going to give it disadvantage. I'm going to give myself the advantage off of that.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. Did you see my rolls?
No, I didn't see yours. I saw mine.
Can I give him guidance?
Uh,
Right next to him.
Yeah, you can give him guidance. You're right next to him.
That's a 1/4, I think it is.
That's probably going to be needed.
That'll be your reaction, though.
Okay.
10. Even with advantage.
I rolled 2 19s.
I rolled a 1
So
and a
plus
7.
6, 25. So you are also going to get pulled into the water. Not as far as Doc is, but 5 feet into the water as it's trying to back up away from y'all.
If I
And it's
don't,
letting out some anguish cries.
I probably just wasted a spell on this. But if I don't resist that, will it pull me to it?
No, it's trying to just pull away, and you just happen to be hooked onto its tentacle.
Okay.
It's not pulling with its tentacles; it's just moving.
It's just
and you
running
happen
away.
to be attached to it. Also, Eloise, I need you to take 10 more acid damage.
Oh no.
So
Being
even if
digested
I'm
by a
like in
giant
my
frog.
shell,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's acid damage. It's not like you're making saves. Acid can eat through your shell too.
alrighty.
And that's its turn, and then the frog is going to attempt to bite Klaus's ankles again. 7 is not going to bite Klaus's ankles. Ari.
Alright. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try to continue to lasso it. See
Okay.
if I can help them try to pull it back on shore.
All right.
You said that was.
It'll be regular because right now it's trying to escape, so it's not trying to duck and dodge. So just Dex plus proficiency, but not with disadvantage.
Okay. That is 22.
You grab a tentacle. So now any strength checks to oppose is going to be made with advantage.
Sweet. Let's see. Not use my action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, then that is what I'm gonna do for right now. I'm just gonna try to hold it still.
Hark. You're standing like waist deep into the water because you're right there on the edge, and the rope is pulling taut.
Mm-hmm.
But right now you have a little bit of advantage. Well, you have an advantage because Ari has now wrestled one of the other tentacles,
Copy.
and you do have Doc's rope in the mix too. Doc's rope wasn't really attached to it like it is on the tentacles, so that's why it did not give any bonuses. But now it's kind of adding a little bit of a bonus.
Does it possess the ability to communicate?
No.
Okay.
It has an intelligence of 4.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean no.
Like you could probably talk to other Froghemoths, but
Okay. Because I could attempt to communicate with telepathic speech, but we would have to share a language. So if it
it
doesn't,
has 0 languages.
so no.
So I know people with intelligence a lot lower than 4 that do an awful lot of talking. So it was a shot in the dark.
I don't know why you looked at Alan when you said
Nothing personal.
Is there a roll I could make to discern how close this thing is to being subdued?
to being subdued. You can roll a nature check.
Like, well, not right. Like, because I'm looking for like damage. No, because that's subdued. That would fail. It would be my action to attempt to use animal handling on the.
Yeah, it would.
Damn it.
And it would be with disadvantage because you guys have been attacking it, and you just fucking blasted it with a big ass sword hit.
That's good.
It's like you just
And I think we've
punch
been
a dog against the parking lot, and you're like, "Come here, boy."
the
Good boy.
I think
That's a
we've
good boy. I'm sorry you're limping. Come here.
we
Walk it off.
I think we've been over this before, but do we have the ability to choose to do subdual like the non-lethal damage?
Depending on what you're hitting with. Like with Poe just hitting with his fist, yeah. You can't do holy smites and thunderous smites and
Just
necrotic smites and
damage,
then
like-
slashing it with your big old sword and go, but I did not mean to like hit it
No,
hard.
no, I understand. Like I know, like
The blunt.
You can't do 100 points of damage to it and say, but
I like to hit it in the head with a butcher's knife.
The magical-
but non-lethal.
non-lethal 100 points of damage.
the magical modifiers no, because that's straight up.
It's not even about the
damage.
magical modifiers. It's not how you hit it and what you hit it with. There's a difference if I just tap you in the back of the head or punch you in the head with my fist, or if I go get a sword and stab it in your stomach.
I'm not stabbing you. What if
One of those is gonna kill you quicker.
if I hit it with a sheathed sword? Would that be like bludgeoning?
Yeah, that'll be bludgeoning.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think.
But if you pour magic into it, then that'll make it more lethal.
Well, that's gonna be damage. Sorry.
In order to get your turtle friend back, we're probably gonna have to kill this thing anyways. Unless y'all know some way to get a turtle out of a frog.
Beat it, shambling mounds.
Did we collect any samples from the shambling?
She did.
There is no stomach.
Doc did.
All right.
Trying to climb out.
No. His priority is
I'm blind. I can't see.
his priority
Doc
is
did get
going
samples
to
of the
be.
shambling mound.
Can we make
That's all
the
I'm saying.
thing throw up somehow?
The chamber trying to
Okay.
There's no need to-
samples of
I do.
There's no need to even
Sample
ask.
samples
He's going
of
to
it,
charge
anyway.
into He's going to charge into it.
I mean, we can try to force feed it if you want.
I'll send
Somebody
it
has
out.
their mage hand ready.
So I have to make some Constitution saves.
No, he's not gonna mess around. He owes Eloise a life debt. Do I need to make this attack with disadvantage or disadvantage because of striking it in the water?
No, you're not
Okay.
submerged.
All right, that's going to be 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Difficult. 15 magical slashing. 15 necrotic.
Okay, this thing is seriously looking hurt, and it is constantly crying out. Like, I'm not gonna do it, but it's like and just struggling and trying to pull. It's pulling on the ropes. Y'all are straight. Those with Hart's close to it, but Ari, it's almost pulling you in the water because now Hart, who was the other anchor, is up close to it. So you don't really have that other anchor to help with the strength, and it is just struggling just to get away. And it almost sounds like a hurt puppy just trying to get away.
Did you apologize to me?
Because I thought I was going to kill it with that.
Oh. Why would that upset me?
Because we're the only two marked.
Anything else?
The tree mark.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, we already...
No, I'm done.
Arms off,
Sorry.
so-
Doc?
Man.
I can give you a prosthetic limb.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Who has their mage hand ready?
Oh.
Okay. Are we gonna try to force feed him this thing and see if we make him throw up the journal?
Okay.
Are we gonna do that?
Okay.
Okay.
If you two want to do that on Doc's turn, Poe, you would have to forego your turn this turn, and I'll allow y'all to do it on Doc's turn.
Well, it'd be my mage hand's turn on my turn.
Well,
'Cause
I
that's
know, but
movement and everything is separate.
okay,
You know what I mean?
but you having to control it,
Okay.
make
But
it do all that.
I'm good with that.
Okay,
So I'm gonna send it to him.
because otherwise he would have to wait to your turn, and like he could load it up on the mage hand and didn't have to do all that stuff. So it's just like a combined attack for both of y'all. And I say attack in quotes because you're basically going to just try to shove it in its mouth.
No, yeah, it's going straight down his throat, bro.
I will take a little chunk of meat and a big chunk of shambling mound and give it to the mage hand to go shove down his throat.
Okay, and so you do that, and you take the mage hand. Just roll me a 1d20 and add your arcane.
Me?
Mm-hmm. And do it with advantage because this thing has a large mouth.
Arcane.
There's no roll on this, but just to make it fun.
That would be an 11.
Okay. The DC was 10 because of the large mouth. So you're just like, your
Thank
mage
God.
hand basically runs into it, just shoving the meat. I'm going to have it make a con save against the shambling mound. One plus 9's 10. So it starts in between crying. It's like and all of a sudden it shoots forth several things. One being a big turtle shell. They go skipping across the water like a walk did earlier.
Like a Mario Kart.
Yeah, pretty much like Mario Kart. And the second is a chest that splashes in the water and then sinks down.
I'm going after that chest.
And then, so it's like, and now it's just like got green slime running over its mouth, and it's still crying out in pain. But that will end both of y'all's turn for all that whole action put
All
together. But Eloise,
Teamwork.
you are now here, actually next to Klaus,
Oh.
just like spinning around in your turtle shell upside down.
Now we gotta help her get up because she's gonna come out like. Nice.
Eloise, you can pop your legs out and you see you're laying on your back prone, staring up at Klaus.
I'm glad you're
covered
alive.
in Froghemoth acid, stomach acid.
Hey Klaus, buddy,
Yeah,
could you do me a solid and flip me over?
sure.
Thank
Well,
If I must.
you.
so you can stand up. That's half your speed.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Ari has one rope on a tentacle. Hart is right up next to it with a rope tied around him and a tentacle. Doc is being drugged in the water with a rope that's gone behind him and his magical scimitar, which just floats in the air. And you see the frog has like slime coming down its mouth where it had recently threw everything up.
I guess in the course of that, I could have said I let go of the rope, but it's not.
No, why would you do that?
I'm just going to.
And you see a floating magical hand inside the frog's mouth.
I'm going to help Ari hold the rope that she's holding.
Okay, so you go over to where Ari is.
I'm gonna help you hold the rope.
That will give you advantage again on the strength checks.
Woo!
This thing's gotta be close to being knocked out. The question is how we're gonna drag it back 2 hours.
Klaus.
Okay. I'll try to get a lasso around it
Okay,
somewhere.
just dex and proficiency.
Okay. With still disadvantage?
No.
Oh, awesome. Yep, 23.
You've got a tentacle.
Alright.
So now, 3 tentacles are technically roped, although one isn't really being held because Hart is right up on it.
Okay. Alright. Now I'll just try to move back to where the rope is taut and
Are we still linked mentally?
go from there.
It would have burned out by now. It only lasts for a minute.
The Froghemoth is going to try to back up again. So, everybody that Hart doesn't have to because it's not going to move out of Hart's range of the rope. But Klaus, Ari, and Eloise, all 3 of you roll me strength checks with advantage.
Oh. No.
Oh, and Doc also.
Strength check with advantage?
Yes.
Alright.
Uh,
Then do it.
Alright, I'm going to start with Doc.
First, I'll thank you for the advantage and say 13.
Okay, it rolled an 11 plus 6, so 17.
Okay.
Next is Klaus.
13 had a better chance
3?
than.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7 and it had a
3 I
6,
rolled.
so 13.
uh,
Ari,
13.
I rolled a 10, so 16. Eloise,
18.
I rolled a 17, so 23.
Oh.
oh.
So it's gonna back up into the other pond, and it's gonna start sinking. So at this point, I can't do it because of the table. But at this point, it starts going down to where you only see the top of its head, and the tentacles are pulling under.
Is it pulling us with it, or just.
Yeah, no, you
Okay.
definitely, you should be right there where that border is. Yeah.
Okay.
And then everybody here is going to move up to where Hart is. Not Poe.
Oh,
he's
sorry,
not attached
sorry.
to the rope.
Okay.
He just attached to everybody else's ropes.
Who else? Everybody?
Klaus?
I'm helping. Yeah.
Okay.
Eloise, it's up to you if you want to be drugged, because you're basically holding on like this to Ari, but when she starts getting pulled, you can just let go. You're not attached. Ari is.
I'm good for now.
You're in drug with it? Okay. And that is its turn. This frog is going to jump and attack Eloise. Or at least 10 to 8 is not going to do anything. Ari.
Alright. I don't have anything else else to try to subdue it.
This time when sleep spells come in handy.
Yeah.
The
I
one
just-
time.
I don't have any. Alright, I'm just gonna continue to hold steadfast and try to like pull it back with the.
Sounds good. Heart.
So its head is fully submerged. All
No,
we
its body's fully submerged. Only thing that's sticking out now is its head.
is its head. Head's out of water.
Head's out of water. You just can't see its body. And its tentacle tips are out of the water because they're moving around. And it's crying. Ah, ah, ah.
Wish I felt sorry for it.
If we continue to sleep, we might be able to heal it a little bit.
I don't want to do that until it's fully subdued. I don't want to heal it. I want to take it back to them and let them deal with it.
I'm still trying to figure out how we're gonna carry this thing back.
All right. I am going to approach it gently. Well, I'm gonna try to. And now that you've returned my turtle, calm down and come with us.
Come with us if you want to live.
Exactly. Y'all gonna need to come with us. You're gonna go live with the nice druid lady. That way we don't have to kill you, frog monster. And that's disadvantage for the animal handling.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. And I'm gonna try to communicate that non-verbally with animal handling. Big money. Big money. I didn't even get in the damn tray. You believe that?
Big money.
No.
Oh.
9. 12.
It does not seem to be receptive to your talks.
Okay.
You have punched it and hurt it a lot. You are the source of its pain right now.
All right.
You
Well,
know, a couple
then,
days ago, I had
next time
a
maybe
couple
I should use
spells, like-
intimidate.
befriending animals and talking to animals, and
All the
but I
stuff
was
that
like,
came in
these are
handy.
useless. I'm not using these. I'll just unlearn these for the time being.
It's a beautiful moment.
All right.
It's not.
That would have been my action.
What?
It's not
So
classed as an animal.
that's it.
Okay.
I
Next
was
up
only-
is Doc.
I was only hitting it because I'm a turtle.
Okay, first I'm gonna let go of this rope because I'm tired of getting dragged into the water, and I don't really think I'm slowing it down very much. And have my sword come flying back to me. Can I, since I get a free attack when I tell it to move, can I hit it with the butt of my sword on the way back? Like non-lethally?
Sure.
Okay. I'll try to do a little magical bludgeoning here.
Just do a Roni Kenshin. Just hit it with the back. Well, actually, you wouldn't want to hit it with the back of the sword because it has a reverse blade sword. But scimitar, it's single bladed.
Good show. Too bad about the writer.
Yeah.
Wow, what am I rolling today, bro? 9.
You missed.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, can I fire an arrow backwards so I hit it with the not? No.
Hey, break the tip off.
It's still too sharp.
No.
Man, I was really hoping that would like maybe do a little something here. Everything else I have is kind of like hurts. So
Can somebody try to beat it with a pillow or something? Like.
yeah.
I punched it in the face like 3 times.
I mean, I'm down for us trying to do what we're here for, and it doesn't seem to be actively trying to kill us anymore. So,
Am I able to look in the book of herbalism for some kind of like?
On your turn, yeah.
and I've already nauseated it, so I'm. Got it. Okay. Got it. I know what I'm doing. Sorry. I know that was an emotional roller coaster, guys. Just stay on board with me for a minute. Create a packed weapon, but not a scimitar, just like a big stick.
Uh huh.
But it's a packed weapon.
Uh huh.
And then I'm just gonna just like whack-a-mole it, like whap.
Move your character up to it.
Okay. Into the water.
What is that called? A sap? Can you make a sap?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like-
knock-
yeah.
yeah. There's like a big stick with something hard on the end of it. Ha-bah! Right in the top of its head. It's a 10. It's a 10. I don't know what is up with my rolls
You
today.
splash right in the water.
Okay, cool. That's it.
Eloise.
I want to.
It looked like when you hit like a pool noodle on the pool.
Book of herbalism that I got from the Druid Temple and see if I can find something to put this guy to sleep. See if I can figure
Okay,
out.
there are things that you could probably look up in that book, but in the middle of combat, just so you know, it's going to take you a minute to like try to go through a book to try to figure out what the herbs are, what they look like, where they grow, and the best way to get a hold of them to give this Froghemoth. That would be something that you could prepare ahead of time, but you're in the middle of combat, so it's not like you can just go right to the page and be like, oh, this right here. You would have to, like, you can sit there and do it by all means, but it's going to take you several rounds, just so you know.
Okay,
Your turn is
I'll-
like 6 seconds.
I'll
Yeah,
not-
you only have 6 seconds.
I'll not do that then. I'm not really near it anymore.
I mean, you can be.
What the heck?
You can go up there and get intimate with it again.
I'm gonna let go of the rope. I'm gonna walk up to it. I can
Move her
move.
up to it.
I can move 40 feet.
Yeah, you can get to it.
Did you heal?
No.
You know, I don't like how encouraging Rodney is being.
And
Like, this just doesn't.
I'm going to.
Yes, you should
attack it.
absolutely do that.
I'm gonna attack it with a quarterstaff.
Sure.
You know what? Get in the water.
Get in the water.
Does a 19 hit?
Never mind the piranha. Go ahead and hop in there with
Does
me.
a 19 hit?
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, you're still sick from shoveling mountain food.
23. That's
Uh,
with disadvantage.
Yeah, 23 hits.
Alright. So it's gonna do 15 bludgeoning.
Okay. It poof, and starts sinking down in the water. Every Hart, Klaus, Ari, give me strength checks with this or with advantage, please.
With advantage.
With advantage.
She met your mom.
Klaus,
15.
Ari,
9.
Hart.
19.
Okay, I rolled a 14 with 6. It only gets to 1 strength check because it is sinking. So all of you get drugged basically up to where Eloise is, as the full weight of this creature is now sinking to the bottom. And all of you try to like hold on, but you're holding on while you're in water. So you're basically have no purchase, and you're just drugged through the water. And now the creature has down to the bottom.
So I'm the only one over here standing on the shore watching all my friends disappear underwater.
They're not getting pulled down. They're still above because the ropes are
Long.
20, 30 feet long, or 20 feet we'll just call it. But the Froghemoth is no longer visible.
Whose turn is it?
At this point, it's no longer combat, so you guys are...
So we just cut the ropes.
We gotta pull it out.
I will tell you the Froghemoth ain't dead because you just knocked it out with your quarterstaff. You didn't do lethal damage, but at the same time, it is underneath water.
So we just knocked it out.
You knocked it out.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So, how do we get out of the water?
We all let go of our ropes. It's just gonna like sink to the bottom. Like, well, at least it breathes underwater. I guess maybe.
How big was that chest it spat out?
Big enough that 2 people would have to hold it.
Decup.
Were you able to see what was in it?
No,
Wait a minute.
I was gonna send my mage hand to retrieve it if it was small
Heart
enough.
has
No,
mold.
Mage Hand would not be able to carry
Heart
it.
Shape
has
water.
mold earth.
I'm gonna reach
Yeah,
into
that
my
would
bag
be
of
me.
holding and
Yeah.
pull out my canoe
Canoe.
and set it right there on the water. And then I want to pull out my pole. And then I'm gonna use my canoe and push myself out to where they are, so they can have some kind of buoyancy to tie the ropes off to, until we can figure out how to get it out.
Okay.
The rabbit has a canoe.
And I'll re-grab the rope that Ari's holding.
I did.
Okay. So right now you guys have three ropes, 4 ropes because of hearts. No, 3 ropes. With a Froghemoth attached to it.
Okay.
The Froghemoth has sunk down to the bottom of the bog.
Okay. So,
Oh, I'm on a canoe.
can we, like, how heavy is it? Can we lift it up at all?
You can certainly try.
So, can we shift to because this is the general shape, right? So if we're over here, we're on shore.
Yeah.
So if we shift to being on shore, we work together to pull it up. If we can slowly pull it up, I can use shape water to freeze the water behind it, so it creates a stop. So as we pull it up a little bit, I can freeze the gap in between it. So it,
So it'll like sit on that.
so it'll
sit
have,
on the ice.
yeah, so basically we can just
Is it
backfill the space behind it.
like an immovable rod though, or is it just like an ice cube?
Oh shit,
with-
sorry Rodney, I
an
kicked the
ice
thing.
cube would end up
5 foot.
sinking with it.
No, it's a 5-foot cube, so we'd have to build, like, I'd have to freeze the water. I would have to freeze the water behind it as we move it up. So
Right, but what I'm saying is the weight of the
I would
rock
set the
would push it
cube
down.
into the earth, so whenever it actually freezes, the first few cubes would actually be frozen into the
Okay, so
the,
like Legos.
the bottoms, like Legos. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be building upon the whole thing, so it would be like a massive Lego. So, like, basically, effectively using it to slowly freeze the area around it just to give structure. But we may not even need that. I don't know. We might be able to together pull it out.
There's 3 ropes. All of you working together, you can make whichever 3 could be the 3 that's attached to them, can make strength checks with advantage to try to pull this out.
So that would be Ari, Hart, and
Me.
Klaus.
Klaus.
Okay.
Who?
I
How
prefer
deep
if
is this
someone
water?
stronger than me could take over.
You have no idea how deep that water is. The water that you guys enter over here, it's easy to, it slopes down,
Oh, okay.
but it's probably about 4 or 5 feet.
Okay.
This pond is the bog, but it gets deeper and deeper as you go.
I don't have.
Just shout out your numbers once you have your advantage on your strength rolls.
Oh, nice.
15.
15,
18.
18.
17.
Okay, you guys start pulling, and it's straining every bit of muscle for all the group. Everybody's helping, right?
I'm helping you.
Okay,
I'm helping.
so it's straining y'all's muscles as you're pulling, but you can feel it coming up out of the water. Barely on that turn, but you felt it coming up.
Okay.
All right, so we need to try it again.
Yep.
Yep. Right. So another round.
2 per rope, I'm guessing.
Please.
Oh,
18.
18,
19.
19,
14.
14. Again, it's a struggle, but y'all are doing pretty good. So now you've got it, and you can see like the 3 eyes
Cool.
that still has a little flat rock on top of it come up out of the water, and just like the top of its head as you guys are straining and pulling.
Okay.
Alright. So,
Another
Yeah.
check.
Alright.
Another 10 on the rope.
Uh,
11.
11,
5.
5,
13.
13. The ropes begin to slip because now it's wet, and it slips back underneath the water. So that last pull that you just pulled up was just basically reversed.
Hey, Eloise and Doc, can y'all help?
We are
We are.
helping.
That's
Oh,
why
That's why you have
we're
a
getting
advantage.
that's
advantage.
what-
Yeah, but that's why you guys are getting
Okay,
advantage.
I missed that.
We're all pulling on this.
Okay, I see. Okay, cool. So one more.
Yep.
Okay. Not bad.
He's like, pull your weight!
19.
You still have your
19?
inspiration.
16.
No.
No, I
The 19 you rolled earlier was all me.
16.
16.
9.
Guidance.
9.
19.
You already got your 19. Alright, you guys pull. This time you can just see the 3 eyes with the rock on top of it. But not like the pull
Okay.
top of the head.
So, keep pulling, I guess.
Keep pulling.
Oh my.
Come on, Heart.
Oh, that's good.
21.
21.
8.
8.
11.
11. Okay, with the 20, it helps. You guys now have half its body pulled up out of the water.
Okay, awesome.
Woo.
Okay.
Let's
Is
keep
it
going.
close? Is it pretty close to the bank?
Yeah.
All right. Could I use a combination of mold earth and shape water to like mold like?
You want to cast 2 spells on a turn?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if I could cast more than 2, that would be phenomenal. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it would be great.
Phenomenal. Blah, blah, blah.
It wouldn't be D&D, but it would be great.
Oh no, it would still be D&D. It would be D&D awesome. No, but effectively, like, make
If you do any spell casting, then
It
that
would break
negates
this.
your turn from being able to do
Gotcha.
the strength check. Somebody else would have to do it, and that person would not get an
Oh,
advantage.
Just,
You're
let's
good.
just pull
You're
it
good.
up.
Rolling.
Rolling.
19.
19.
13.
13.
9.
9. Okay, you guys managed to pull it a little bit further. Now its body is basically half on the bank and half on the water.
Alright, so
Okay.
Should we go ahead and try to get some more ropes on it? Should we try to tie out these tentacles just in case it wakes up while we're dragging it out of this pond?
Well, I figured we would do that once we got it to
Just get
shore.
it out a little
Yeah.
more first. Alright.
Here we go.
21.
21.
14.
14.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You
Yeah.
guys pull it with a big heave. You have it all of its big, massive weight out on the shore.
Okay.
And you see it's still breathing.
okay, good.
It's just knocked out.
Okay.
And the rock falls off its head.
Okay.
So
Tie it up.
with the rope that I have, I'm going to go find a tentacle that is free and
Straight
Okay.
jacket.
Alright.
Can we
Tie-
put a bag over its eyes or something?
Tie it to
Tie-
yeah, we can
itself.
put
Yeah.
a bag over
Tie,
its
tie,
eye,
tie its tentacles, tie the rope to the tentacles, and then use it to, like
bound it.
what Doc just said, wrap it up and just tie it
So-
up.
You guys are
And
going to
some at legs.
bind the frogmouth. Okay, you have a bound frogmouth using your ropes.
Can we cover its eyes?
Can we roll it?
Sure, y'all got a pouch or something you could try to put over it.
I have a blanket. We can put the blanket over
We
it
can,
and like
we can use a bag of holding.
Now,
No.
It wouldn't. It's too big to fit in a bag of
who
holding.
wants to
No,
come
because
get
the
this
eyes.
chest with me?
We get it up on the shore, and I'm just like, all right, guys,
You need-
4 more miles to go.
If you need help, I'll help you pull that out.
Maybe
Are we
potion
gonna
of
try to
featherweight.
maybe roll it? Like on its side?
oh, that's a good idea because it's round. it
While
will roll
while they're
really well.
working on that, I'm gonna go help Doc. I'll
Okay.
go retrieve the chest
So-
for Doc.
We will do
I
the
mean
chest.
for Poe.
and we will do how y'all are going to get the frog back the next time
Okay.
Okay.
because it's time.
Mm.
But you guys did catch the Froghemoth. Getting it back will be the next step.
What time is it?
8.
No, not IRL, but
Oh.
in game.
It is with the 2 hours it took to get there, and with this battle, you're looking at it's like
Is the sun
about
still up?
2:33. Yeah, sun's still
Okay.
up.
So we have
Okay,
time
so
to
we've
get
got
back.
time to get it back.
Yeah, before I
Perfect.
not the worst.
All right,
I don't know.
well-
I keep looking at all my spells. Like
Thank
I
y'all
know
for
spells
watching.
and I'm
Thank y'all
actually-
for joining, and
Yes.
we will be back next Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.